How does hearing impact speech through the auditory feedback loop? Imagine trying to speak without hearing yourself. It would be like trying to walk without seeing your feet. Hearing plays a key role in how we develop and keep our speech clear. When we talk, we listen to our own voice through our ears. This listening process is called the auditory feedback loop. It helps us know if we are pronouncing words correctly, speaking at the right volume, and using the right pitch. If something sounds off, our brain quickly makes adjustments to fix it. This cycle happens so fast that we often don't notice it. For children learning to speak, hearing is especially important. They listen to how others say words and then try to copy those sounds. As they hear themselves, they learn to control their mouth movements better. This helps them develop clear speech patterns. If a child has normal hearing, they get consistent feedback that guides their speech growth. They can hear the difference between what they say and what they want to say. That helps them refine their pronunciation and rhythm over time. But what happens if a child has hearing loss? Their ability to hear themselves is limited. This means their feedback loop is disrupted. Without enough auditory input, they might struggle to produce speech sounds accurately. They may speak less clearly or develop different speech patterns. Sometimes, children with hearing loss might delay speech development altogether. However, if they receive hearing devices like cochlear implants or hearing aids early, their ability to hear improves. This allows their speech to develop more normally as they get better feedback. Adults also relying on this loop to keep their speech clear. When adults speak, they listen to themselves to make sure they sound natural. If they hear their voice with a delay or distortion, their fluency can suffer. For example, experiments show that when people hear their own voice with a slight delay, they tend to stumble or speak less smoothly. When someone loses their hearing later in life, they often notice their speech becomes less clear. This is because the feedback loop is no longer functioning properly. Speech therapists use this knowledge to help people with speech issues. For those with hearing loss, therapy might include using hearing aids or cochlear implants. These tools help restore the auditory feedback loop so they can hear their own speech and make corrections. Sometimes, therapy involves practicing speaking while listening carefully to sounds and words. This helps build better speech control and clarity. In summary, hearing impacts speech through the auditory feedback loop by giving us real-time information about how we sound. This feedback helps us correct mistakes and improve our speech over time. It is essential for children learning to speak, for maintaining adult speech clarity, and for fixing speech problems related to hearing loss. Without hearing, our ability to speak clearly and confidently can be affected, making this loop a vital part of communication development and maintenance.